and I want to talk a bit about efficiency, baby. Efficiency is the point. Like, why are we obsessed with efficiency, and why do people do not understand what efficiency is? Most people have the wrong idea about efficiency. They want efficiency just because they do not have enough hours, enough time, enough energy in their day to do whatever they want to do. And that's why they want to be efficient. They want to be really, really, really efficient at what they are doing, so that they have more time and more energy to do whatever else. And that's the wrong paradigm to think about, because that's not how you get more energy by being more efficient. Sometimes being more efficient means doing things a lot worse, and because you are making things more efficient by making them faster. It's one way to put it is like, of course you can run 100 meters or you can walk 100 meters. How are you going to? That's efficiency. Efficiency is, like, most people think of efficiency in this way. It's more efficient in terms of time to run 100 meters, but it's in terms of energy, it's more efficient to. So what is that you are optimizing for in terms of efficiency? Are you optimizing for time? Are you optimizing for effort? Are you optimizing for expenditure of energy? And if you think of efficiency in all of these terms, the answers might be different. If you are thinking only on systems, take the factory. The factory is really efficient because people specialize in one single individual thing, and they do that over and over and over and over again, so that they don't have to think at all. They are pure action. Sure, that's what Ford, the car manufacturer, he was actually a guy. Of course, you know that. But that's what he invented. Well, I don't know if he invented, but he's famously thinking about this. He invented specializing. Each person is doing one thing and one thing only, and they have this thing that moves, and then from person, station, whatever, station to station to station, so that no one person is building one product from start to finish, as opposed to, I don't know, a builder who builds a shed, and that shed is built entirely by him. No, we are talking about efficiency in terms of scale. But the problem is, what people don't really understand about efficiency in terms of the factory, they always try to do the factory model. Sure, it works. It works in terms of building templates. That's how you can really do it and scale that point. Because if you are doing it once, if you are doing that whole thing, that whole project, that whole shed, you are doing it once, it doesn't matter how you build it and what order you build it. You have to build 10 of them to have a template to shave off time. That's the point. You cannot have the efficiency of a of a factory by yourself and building one thing. You have to build scale. You have to build 10, 20, 100 things, so that you know that each thing you do it once from top to bottom, and then you see, okay, this does not apply to 100 things. This does not apply to 100 things. I lost here time. I can name you one thing. I'm editing right now 12 courses, and I forgot to do, my template did not include the volume down on the music. That's the whole thing. Whenever I copy pasted, and I copy pasted 10 times per course, that's 120 repetitions, because I did not have the right template with the volume to -23 on the music. That costed me 4 hours. 4 hours. I have to go and check and make sure that I put the volume down to -23 to check if it's the right volume, and to put the video to render. So I have to do that 120 times. If it takes 1 minute per video, per video, that's 120 minutes, but it takes 2 minutes. So it's 240. I don't know if that's 4 hours, but close enough. Doesn't really matter. mathematics is not really, but it takes 2 minutes. One single action that I didn't take into account got me 240 minutes loss of efficiency. But it didn't matter for doing one course. It did not matter. It was just 2 minutes, but 2 minutes for 120 videos, which is 10 videos per course, 10 steps per course. That's 120 actions that I have to do repeatedly. Why? Because I forgot to put the minus 23. It's frustrating, but I have to do it. Now I know that I have to do the whole thing as a scale. But the second thing is that the order of operations does not really matter. When you are one person, it does not really matter in terms of the factory model, because you are the only person. It does not, if the two tasks are not dependent on each other, it does not matter in what way I'm doing it. So for instance, let's say I need to paint a painting, and I'm thinking that I need to stretch the painting first on a canvas. Sure, to have the canvas. But I don't, because that is not dependent on anything. So I can do it at any point, in the middle of the painting, at the end of the painting, at the beginning of the painting. I can do it. I can do it at any point. So that might limit me. But also, if you think about it, it might actually hinder me from doing that thing, because if I have it unstretched, then I can save space, or I can move the painting and I can carry it with me to another location, or I can do something else, whatever. I can stick it to a wall easier instead of having to do a nail. Then that's the point. If you know exactly what you're doing, and you understand that the factory model doesn't really work for one person or for one object, then you know how to actually squeeze a bit of value and a bit of efficiency out of that. But the only way you can really be more efficient is if you can benefit from this efficiency of the factory model. It is only from doing a factory. So you have one people that specializes in this, one people that specialize in that, and the more it grows, the more complex the system becomes, even though it has inefficiencies on a small degree, because you might see like, oh, this person could do this faster. Yeah, sure. But if there was one person doing the whole thing, it would have been less than 10% the output as 10 people doing. Of course it is, but it's like, those 10 people, if they all did one car, they assembled one car instead of all of them working on a line. It's called a line. Jesus, the blank mind that I had about this term for like 2 days. The line, it's on a line. So the factory line, and it's tremendous. The benefit of doing that line is so much more efficient. That is not 10 people do more than 10 times more than one person doing the whole process. No, it's more like 10 people do 100 times more than one person, or 10 people doing one individual thing. They can do 10 things, but 10 people doing a line on a line, factory line, they do 100 things. So that's how efficiency works. You streamline the process in order to be as efficient as possible, and each worker is specialized, and each individual worker does not really need as much training as it also lowers efficiency on training, because the skill set that they have to do. That's why you see those videos where the person is so bored and they're doing a task and it's like they don't even have to look at it. You know, they count some things and they put them in the box and they go super fast. That's only because they specialized. And that's the whole point. Efficiency comes from specialization. If you want efficiency, in order to have efficiency, you have to, that's why doing 10 things is always better, and you will become so much better than doing one thing, because you can now put the factory model and specialize yourself on each individual task. Let's say shooting a video, then editing a video, and then posting a video. And I'm just taking some, but you specialize on each of them individually. And that's the point. You get to special, if you are doing 10 or 20 or 100 of the things that you are doing, in this case, videos, you get to specialize way faster by doing 100 than doing 10 or doing 50. But yeah, sure. The thing is if you do it in this manner, you don't wait until the video is finished. You have a bulk, and then you do another bulk of the other actions that you need to do, and then you do another bulk, and your mind will be a bit bored of it, but it will be so easy because you are now getting into a flow state. You have a lot of momentum, you specialize, and now this task is super easy to do. It gets easier and easier and easier the more you repeat that task.